Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing fine. Welcome today, another day with Gem Hunters. It's been a pleasure, guys. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Let me know if you can hear me, if everything is alright, so we can continue. How's everything on you? Awesome to hear. I think my connection just disconnected a bit. Can you confirm that you guys can hear me? Let's wait for more people so we can start with. My connection is back. How is everything with you guys? Awesome that you can hear me. Today it's really good. I hope you like it, guys. It's Volume Delta, one of my favorite tools, and actually understanding this made me profitable, to be honest. So I hope you guys use this pretty good. Okay, so we have 12 viewers right now. Let's wait for more people because I think it hasn't been announced yet on the Telegram. Let me check pretty quick. Also, we have the slow-mo activated. Give me a second. Okay, we can start soon. All right, let's start, guys. So, how everyone's doing? Let me know your time zones. I'm curious about that. For me, it's UTC -5 right now. It's 4 p.m. What about you? Let me know, guys. I'm looking at the chat. 5:30 p.m. Richmond. Nice. Midnight, Victor. All right. I respect you, man. You want to learn. Even if it's midnight, it's always a good time to learn. 2:30 p.m. Dockyard. Nice. 2:03 p.m. Nice. PST. Nice. So most of you guys are in similar time zones as me, which is nice. 9 p.m. Nice, man. Respect as well. Nice, guys. Okay, so we start. All right, so today we're going to see some volume delta tools that I want to share with you guys. If you guys have any questions about this, please let me know. Okay, I will check the chat regularly, and if I will answer during the stream if we have not so many questions. If we have many questions, then I will answer at the end of the stream. All right. So the first, well, let me go to this chart over here first. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Give me a second so I can open some things over here. And we start. Okay, so what is volume delta, guys? And why do we need to understand volume delta? Okay, so price moves because of aggressive market orders, not just because it hits a support or resistance level. Okay, so volume delta basically gives an insight into who's winning the fight, buyers or sellers. All right, and delta is not the same as volume. Okay, that's important to understand because delta is the balance between aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers. Okay, so without understanding delta, we are basically just blind to real pressure behind the price moves. Okay, so what is volume delta, guys? Volume delta equals to market buys minus market sells. Okay, so volume delta equals to market buys minus market sells. Okay, a positive delta means that there are more aggressive buyers, and a negative delta means that there's a lot of more of aggressive sellers. Okay, I'm going to show you an example on Excel charts right now. Okay, so but first we need to understand the difference between active and passive order flow. Okay, what do I mean by that? When we see sorry guys, active order flow, right? It basically means market orders. And this usually translates to the impatient participants. Okay? Usually the small players or retail traders. Okay? The fact that they are small players doesn't mean that they don't move markets. Okay? They do move the markets. Okay? Because market orders move the markets. While we also have the passive order flow, all right, which translates basically to the limit orders. And this translates, okay, this also translates to the bigger hand of the market. And these are the ones, okay, these are the ones that are the larger participants providing the liquidity. Liquidity equals to limit orders. Liquidity does not equal to market orders. Okay, so by understanding this, okay, by understanding this, we will be able to understand what I'm about to show you guys right now. Okay, which is basically, I want to see this. Okay, so for example, in the current price action on Bitcoin. Okay, let me update this chart pretty quickly. Okay, let me update this chart just pretty quickly. So as you can see, this is a platform called ExoCharts. You don't need it, okay? But if you start using this kind of criteria to trade, you will eventually need it, all right? But I don't recommend go ahead and buy it because I will show you how to use these tools on TradingView, okay? TradingView is not as accurate as ExoCharts, but it works, okay? It works. I have tried it, I have traded with it, and it works. But what I want to show you right now is the delta, all right? And to understand what's the difference, okay? So for example, let me take out the delta volume candles, okay? Let's focus on this candle over here, okay? And we are going to change this to the bid and ask delta ladder profile and bid ask profile. Okay, delta cluster, no, we want this, and we want the bid ask profile. Okay, bid ask. Okay, perfect. As you can see, this is the bid, this is the ask. Okay, these are sells, these are buy orders happening in real time in this candle specifically. All right. So as you can see, we have 1.1 million orders happening on the sell side, 4.2 million orders happening on the buy side, and on this specific price level. Okay, we have 429,000 sells, we have 23 million buys, and so on overall on this candle formation. Okay, now if I change this, okay, if I change this to the delta ladder profile, it's going to give me different values. Okay, it's going to give me different values. Let me check. I don't know why this is not changing, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is a delta cluster. Bid ask profile. Yeah, so this is not changing, but I'm going to explain this from a different perspective, okay, so you guys can understand. As you can see here, this candle had an overall positive delta of 89.2 million, okay, positive, because it end up positive. Remember guys, the delta is equal to the market buys minus the market sells. Okay, what was the delta minimum? It was 258k minus. Okay, that's how far the sellers took this in this specific candle. Okay, and the delta positive, okay, the delta positive is 137.3 million. All right, if we do the math, this is going to end up in 89.2 million overall delta. Okay, that's super important to understand. And that's what delta is. Okay, when you see delta candles showing on someone's profile, now you will be able to understand what does that mean. All right, and why is this important? Because there are several tools. Okay, there are several tools that I'm going to show you guys today, like the single bar delta, the volume profile delta, and the cumulative volume delta. They are going to help you in your overall understanding of how to understand market from a perspective that differs only price action. It's also important to understand market price action, okay, from a point of view in which you understand what the market participants are doing. All right, so that's why it's important to understand this. Now, this is not available on TradingView. Okay, this data is not available on TradingView, but that doesn't matter because the tools that I'm going to show you guys on TradingView are equally as effective. All right, so if we go to my computer is running out of battery. Give me a second. Okay, now it's charging. All right, I'm going to see is the cumulative volume delta. Okay, the cumulative volume delta is the running total of the delta, the bid and ask executions over time, but it's represented in the charts. Okay, something that it's important to overall understand the cumulative volume delta, okay, which is also called CBD. All right, is that healthy trend. That's something important. Also, there are divergences when this does not happen, and these divergences end up meaning either absorption in a trend. Understand important. Okay, in order for me to show these divergences, all right, I'm going to upload it in volume delta, and we all have the CBD divergences over here. Okay, I will screenshot this and put it over here. So we are going to add an image over here. Sorry guys, let's go choose image. Oh, it seems that it's way too large. The hell? Okay, no problem. I'm going to just put this up here. Okay, now this is the you can screenshot this, guys. CBD is not making a higher high, but it's making a lower high. Okay, in a downtrend, price is making a lower low, while on CBD, price is making a higher low. This means exhaustion. Okay, what does exhaustion means? I'm going to show you with live examples. Okay, now absorption means normally in an uptrend when price is not being able, okay, to push above a new higher high, okay, while the CBD is showing higher high. Okay, while in a downtrend price is not being able to show a new lower low, while on the CBD it's being able to do so. All right, so now as we understand this and we go to TradingView, okay, please guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, I know these are very complex topics. Now you go to CBD and you're going to search for the TradingView one. Okay, you're going to search for the TradingView one. Right, now we upload that into our charts. All right, we upload that into our charts. I think you guys are not seeing my screen overall. Do you guys see my TradingView right now? Can you please confirm? Hello guys, can you please confirm that you can see my trading view? Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, it's because somehow the YouTube studio is showing me otherwise. Okay, awesome. All right, so you upload this indicator over here. You go to configurations. On CBD resets, you are going to put none. Okay, that will make out of it. And we don't want to see the color divergence. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. So as you can see, the CBD allows us to check what's the trader behavior behind every single candle. Okay, and every single price movement overall. All right. Now, what we want to look is for examples of divergences, right? Exhaustion or absorption divergences. Okay. Now, so if we now move into a lower time frame, we are going to be able to see this better. Okay. Let's put this over here. Somehow it's not working. Yeah, TradingView is not working with me today, as it seems. Okay, so for example, this divergence over here, right? Price is making a higher low. Oh no, this doesn't work because CBD is also making higher low here. Let's search for a new one. Let's search for new divergence. Let's go to the 30-minute chart to have more data. I don't know why this is changing. More precise cover and less chart bars. Okay. Let me just quickly try to move this differently. Okay. It seems that it's not allowing me. Okay, now everything crashed. I don't know what is happening with my computer today. Sorry guys. Let me reopen ExoCharts pretty quickly. Okay, now it should be working. Awesome. Yeah. Let's check this on ExoCharts pretty quick. This is on the 10-minute chart. Okay, we have this. Okay, we have a divergence over here. But I don't want to show this on ExoCharts because I don't want you guys to go ahead and buy ExoCharts. It makes no sense. Okay, now it's showing. All right, now we add the indicator. Okay, which is on the 10-minute. Okay, this is not the script uses second basic time frames which are only visible. Okay, let's change this to this one over here to see if it charges. All right, yes it does. Okay, now we configure it to what we did previously. We don't want the information box neither. Okay, now let's go to the hourly chart and start looking for divergences. Okay, let's look for divergences that happen using CBD and price. See, for example, here, okay, on the hourly chart, price is making a higher low while CBD is making a lower low. Okay, what does this mean? On a downtrend specifically, this means absorption. And why does this mean absorption? Because remember guys, that CBD is showing what the retail traders are doing, what the market orders are doing. Okay, so basically here what this is representing is that market participants wanted to push price over here to go farther down. Okay, because they were going short. They were going short and short and short and short and short, but price somehow didn't react to that, right? This means because basically here there was a lot of buy limit orders, okay, a lot of buy limit orders that were absorbing, okay, they absorbed all of these market sells, and this is why price wasn't able to push down farther on this specific example. Okay, this means absorption. Okay, because price is market sells are being absorbed by buy limits, and buy limits sizes are way bigger than the market sells. Okay. Okay, perfect, guys. Now let's check for. Now let's leave this example over here, and now let's check for exhaustion examples. So in an uptrend, higher high, lower high, right? Downtrend, lower low, higher low. Okay, now let's check for the examples on downtrends and uptrends. Maybe here, no, we don't see that. Here, no, price is making it lower low over there. Let's check over here. Same price action, healthy trends, overall healthy trends. Okay, over here we don't see similar structures. Maybe here, but it's not clear, so I don't want to use that example over there. Let's check for these examples on exocharts, possibly. As you can see here, price is making a higher high, right? While CBD is making a lower high. Okay, what does that mean? On an uptrend, price is making higher high, CBD is making lower high. Exhaustion. What does that mean? That market buys are getting exhausted. There's not enough fuel to push the market further. Okay, so what does this indicate to you? Here as well, you know, a higher high making on price, right? While on CBD, lower high. Okay, what does this mean? Is basically that market buys or sells are getting exhausted, meaning that price most likely will reverse soon. Okay, so this is really great when catching the end of the trades or continuations of the trends. Okay, that's what CBD is for. And I don't want you guys to go ahead and buy extra charts. If you can, just do it because you will have more accurate data. Okay, but this also works from TradingView. And why is not accurate on TradingView? Because to have these well drawn on your charts means that the platform itself is extracting the data from the tick data on TradingView. Okay, from on any platform. Tick data means transactions data. Every single transaction is recorded and translated into the chart. Okay, that's completely different from the calculation that TradingView is doing, because what TradingView is doing is extracting the volume data. Okay, the volume is not the same as transactions. It's correlated, but it's not the same. So TradingView is taking the volume data from the exchange and building this indicator. So it's not as accurate, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Okay, so for example, here on TradingView, we can clearly see here that price wasn't able to push farther from this higher high that it made, right? And on the CBD, market participants got trapped on these longs. Okay, they are trapped here because basically they are trying to long at resistance, because this is what the CBD is showing us here, right? While they are not able to push price higher. This is absorption. And the same here, same example here, guys. You see price is making a higher low, CBD making a lower low. This means that most likely the same ones that tried to long this, they were trying to short this movement. Okay, they got trapped shorting this support, right? Because this is what the CBD is showing us, that a lot of people entered short here. So this is amazing because it allows you Okay, it allows us to check what the market participants are doing. It's amazing. Okay, so this is only for like cumulative volume delta itself. Okay, let me grab some water, guys. Okay, I'm back. Um, we can use the volume delta in several ways. So this is the cumulative volume delta. All right. Now we are going to check uh, how to see a single bar delta divergence. Okay, and this often works better on higher time frames. All right, for this we are going to activate the color CVD bodies on divergences. Okay, and for that we're going to change the color of these just to make sure we understand where the divergences are. What does a single bar delta means? Okay, that the delta is showing a different direction than the candle itself, right? We can see examples of this. For example, on this candle here, okay, this candle over here is positive, is bullish, while the delta is negative. Okay, the delta on this candle is negative, meaning that there was a lot of trapped sellers in this candle because the candle turned out to be bullish while the market participants were trying to short. Okay, this can also be viewed from an exochart perspective. Okay, how? By activating this, okay, and looking for divergences on each candle. Let's go to the hourly candle, okay, to check this. And for example, let's look for, okay, let's put this over here and let's look for a bullish candle that has a negative delta or a bearish candle that has a positive delta. Okay, for example, let's check. This is bearish delta, bearish delta, bearish delta. Bullish, bullish delta, bullish delta, bullish delta. This often happens at tops and bottoms. Okay, tops and bottoms candle are the most. We have this one, for example. This is a bearish candle, right? This is a bearish candle that has a positive delta, meaning what? That a lot of traders, a lot of market buys are trapped here trying to long the market while they got absorbed by bullish. They got absorbed by sell limits. Okay, and as well you can see here this yellow line over here, meaning that the point of control where most volume was traded is at the wick, meaning that there literally was a lot of traders trapped here, because if we go deeper down into the candle, we're going to see that we have prints of 44 million buys, 47 million buys, 41 million buy orders, okay, and 123 million orders happening at the top of the candle, meaning that they were expecting a breakout from this previous high, and they are all absorbed by sell limit orders. Okay, and we can see this because the delta is positive, the candle is negative, all right, and even though we had like 760k sell orders on the market side, we had 316 million buys in this candle alone, and the market wasn't able to push price higher. Okay, how do we see this on TradingView? How do we see this on TradingView? This is not necessarily using this indicator over here, but you can check this, okay, activating the periodic volume profile, okay, and we go to the configuration of the periodic volume profile. We're going to put the period on 1 for each bar, okay, the rows out to 14, or it can be 61. Let's check what happens. We don't need to extend the point of control to the right. We uncheck volume profile, we uncheck volume area high, we uncheck volume area low, okay, and the only thing we want to see actually is the point of control for each candle. And now we have for each candle what happened inside each candle. We can see here, as you can see, in this candle over here, right, it ended up bearish, but you see the wick tells stories, guys. It means that this candle open was here. Market sales try to drove price lower, okay, and they are all being absorbed by buy limits that happen it and push price higher eventually. Okay, remember that this is a daily candle, guys. Okay, so what this point of control means that all of the most 68 or 70% of the trading activity that happened in this candle itself, in this day itself, happened around the week, meaning that a lot of traders got trapped trying to keep selling the market and the market reversed. Okay, this is extremely important. Okay, this is extremely important because you will be able to notice now when the market is often going to reverse from trapping traders. Okay, same with this. A candle open, right? It drive all the way down, let's see, all the way down to like 6% less in price, and then the candle end up closing positive with a point of control being on the wick, meaning a lot of traders got trapped on their sales. Okay, this is how you see this from a trading view perspective. Remember, guys, this is not as accurate as the Excel charts, but it works. Okay, and if you are going to try to use these methodologies, I recommend just trying them on trading view first, and if you find them useful with your trading strategy, then buy Excel charts to have the overall accurate data. Okay, now it's always good to have this. Okay, let me change this to, let's put it on 14 so we have more history. Okay, for example, this candle alone tells a lot. This candle, the one that we were analyzing previously, tells a lot. Why? This candle is showing a negative divergence on delta. What does that mean? That basically, even though the candle turned up bullish, there was a lot of market sellers trying to push this candle back further. Okay, now what else confluence do we have? That a lot of traders got trapped trying to long this move. So it's basically showing you the top of this move. It's basically showing you the top. What you have to do after this, you start looking for shorts, right? Shorts, because you have this confluence. And this is what these indicators work, because they are not dependent on price. These are leading indicators. These are not lagging indicators like moving averages or RSIs and that stuff. This is showing you what actually is happening inside every single candle, so you can take decisions based on what actually happened and not what you imagine it would happen. Okay, so this is a single bar delta. I recommend using this with candle formations. Okay, so you have confluence on delta, you have confluence on volume, and you should also have confluence on a candle perspective. What do I mean by that? Is that this candle is a bearish pin bar. And bearish pin bars end up being very good indicators that the price is reversing. Okay, does it always work? No, man, nothing in trading always work. That's extremely important to say. Okay, nothing in trading always work. Okay, this is a statistic game. Okay, a probabilistic game that you have to take into consideration that most of these signals are not always going to work, because in trading everything can happen. And this is another example for this example alone. Bullish candle. Okay, point of control on the wick, meaning a lot of sellers got stocked here, and divergence on the delta. You see, single bar delta. What happened after this handle? After this candle, price moved up. It's easy as that. Is it always going to work? No, it's not always going to work. But is it useful? Yes, because it gives you a real hedge on the market. Okay, now let's go ahead and show you the last tool for volume delta itself. Okay, the last tool that we are going to see is the volume delta represented on the visible on the volume profile, and this actually only works on TradingView, so that's good. I'm going to change this. You go to inputs and you go to delta. okay, because we want to see where more market orders and where more sell and buys happened. All right, and I'm going to change the down volume to red so you guys understand, and the up volume to green so it's confluent with what you normally see. Okay, now what we would like to see, all right, what we would like to see is a divergence like this one. It's happening on the daily chart, guys. I'm not just going ahead and pretending that this works. Okay, it's literally happening in your eyes, but since you don't know how to read this data, it's going to be impossible for you to distinguish when the market is going to top, when the market is going to bottom, or when the market is going to continue in a trend. But this does, because what is the delta showing me here? We can clearly see over here that this delta is positive, okay, and the candles were unable to continue to push higher. What does this mean? It basically means that trapped buys over here. Divergence is the same divergence, absorption divergence, because there was a lot of sell limits. There was a lot of sell limits happening here that didn't allow these market buy orders to push price up. Okay, so there's a lot of trap buyers over here, and if you just go ahead and make like conclusions for yourselves, where are the stop losses of these market buys over here? There are below these candles. Let me change this. They are below these candles over here. So where the market is most likely to go and search for, since it weren't able to push above this, the market is most likely to go and search for the liquidity that it's below these levels, because all of these market buys, they are not going to say, oh, price is not pushing up, so I'm going to close their orders, because we humans are greedy. So we are going to hold these positions and hold these positions until we get stopped out eventually. And if you use a stop loss, right? So where are the stop orders of the market buys that happened here below these levels? Where the market went? Take the liquidity. And now that it took all of this liquidity and took this FPG and whatever you guys want to tell to yourselves that the market is reversing from here, right? Where is it going? Okay, where it was supposed to go. But now all of these people that went long here are out of the market. Okay, so this is an amazing tool, not only to find this, but it will also support and resistance levels accurately, so you don't make conclusions to yourself of what's happening, and instead use these tools in your advantage in order for you to be able to catch actual trades on actual direction of what the market is actually telling you. Okay, so these are the three tools that I wanted to show you guys today. Let me know any questions, please. I know these are complex topics, not like the previous ones that were price action based, but these are new topics. Okay, let's go to the questions. Okay, Real Farshad, what's volume delta? You might have joined later, but delta is basically volume delta. It's basically market buys minus market sells. Okay, tick data that shows you who is the more aggressive in the market at that moment. It tells you who won the fight, either buyers or sellers. Okay. Yo, thanks, man. Yeah, hopefully these streams are working for you. Really like that. Do you think Bitcoin will go for liquidity levels below 68K? You mean these levels over here, right? What I think, it's irrelevant, to be honest, because price can actually do whatever it wants. But if I go to my charts, okay, let's go to my charts. What I can see is Bitcoin trying to break out, and what I also can see is that Bitcoin shifted market structure here, because we were having lower low and lower high and lower lows structure. This was a failed auction. And now Bitcoin shifted to a higher high and higher low structure. Now it's trying to break above an inside bar range after failing to break down below. So my conclusion is that this is going to continue, guys. This is going to continue. And what Bitcoin is good at doing is left everyone behind. What do I mean? That if you are expecting for Bitcoin to go to these areas or you can go long, you can be wrong. If you are waiting for Bitcoin to go below 60xk to go long, you might be wrong, because you are going to regret yourself when Bitcoin is at 100k again, right? And you had your chance to buy at 80k, right? Now, how do we confirm this? I would love to see Bitcoin at 68. Don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong, because I would buy the shit out of Bitcoin at 68k. Okay, but what I would love to see is a failed action here for Bitcoin to retrace a little bit, either to this area, to this area, or to this area, so we can start looking for bullish patterns so we can go long. Why? Because as everyone was panicking on crypto Twitter because Bitcoin had 32% retracement, which is completely normal, and to be honest, it's not as bad as the ones that we had on previous bull runs. Everyone is crying because of 30% pullback, right? Many people that knew that the weekly chart and the monthly chart remained strongly bullish, you see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, they were waiting for this. Okay, now what is going to change my mind if I see Bitcoin rejecting this level again and possibly going back lower to this zone over here? Okay, that doesn't mean that the bull run is over, guys. That means that the only way bull run is over is Bitcoin going below this level over here. Okay, but I would love to see Bitcoin at 68k. If it rejects this level and starts going south again, I will buy Bitcoin over here, right? And this will only make this a longer time range, with which it will eventually break out with more aggressiveness. Okay. When do you think Bitcoin will touch the 64k price? Well, it's possible. I'm telling you guys, it's really possible. But first, it needs to confirm that it's going to continue lower. The daily chart is just showing me straight bullishness right now, and I can't fade that because I trade on market data. If Bitcoin is bullish, I go long. I don't wait until it gets to 68k or 64k for me to react. Because if you look at the dominance, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be an alt season before Bitcoin going below 65. I'm looking for the 60% rejection, 60% rejection before the bull run. Okay, so you mean like if I trace a fib over here from high to low, you are waiting for a rejection here. Oh shit. All right, yeah, it's possible. It's possible because it's a golden pocket and there's a lot of short activity going on here. It's possible that we are going to retrace this zone. That is it going to 68k or 64k? I don't know, but it would be lovely to see a rejection over here, because that way is going to open the doors for going long here, or at 64, 68k. Okay, so let's check dominance as well. That's a good observation, man. Thank you for sharing. What do you think about FBG in a more depth explanation? Okay, that's good. Good question as well. Let me check. Shoot. I don't know, guys, but TradingView is not working for me today. It's working against me. Let's go and check Bitcoin dominance. I want to see the chart. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't really care about it, but it works for long-term views. It works well. It's going up non-stop going up. What do we have here? Yeah, volume delta doesn't work here, guys, so don't check it. This is not a chart where you want to see volume delta. No, thank you for your question, man. Let's check this. I'm going to undo this because volume delta might not work, but volume might show us something interesting. Up down volume. Okay, no work over here. The weekly chart is bullish above this level. That's concerning, guys. That's concerning. Yeah, so the overall structure for this chart, let me check this. Oh, bullish candle closing above over here. Yeah, so yeah, this structure is no longer valid, but this one over here on Bitcoin dominance. Let me check if if it was a new lower low. All of these were just failed auctions. Failed auction, failed auction, failed auction. Okay, so this was the previous lower low. All right, this means that as you can see, this works also like I told you guys, this works in every single chart. Okay, failed auction, failed auction, failed auction, failed auction. What did the chart do? It went to test the range highs. Okay, now it has broken the range highs on the weekly chart. That means that we have a new, this means that we have a new bullish structure for the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is bullish now. This means that this is a non-stop rally until it turns bearish again, guys. So I would wait for that alt season, to be honest. And the only way to confirm an alt season is a bit bearish Bitcoin dominance. When that will happen, I'm not sure. But if I trace another confluence like a trend line, let me erase this. Let's draw a trend line, all right? Let's draw a trend line over here. Okay, so essentially what you want to see is possibly a decline here, breaking market structure, and then continuation to the downside. At least for Bitcoin dominance itself. Okay, so I'm not seeing any alt season happening anytime soon. And if Bitcoin dominance on the weekly chart already shifted structure, this means that this goes at least if I just like use common sense to this zone over here where most of rejections happened. At least if it continues going higher. Okay. Mostly combined with fifth retracement shows pullback of trends and reversals. Yep, right. And actually this is not good for Bitcoin going bearish, guys. If the Bitcoin dominance is going up and Bitcoin starts moving bearish towards like 68K or 64K once again, and Bitcoin dominance continue to goes up, altcoins are going to get wrecked, man. Wrecked, completely wrecked. Okay. What do you think about FBG in a more depth explanation? I like FBGs, but I don't like the terminology of fair value gap because there's nothing fair value about it. But if you see my previous recordings, I call them liquidity gaps, and liquidity gaps normally happen because the order flow gets imbalanced. The order book gets imbalanced, meaning that there are more market orders happening at certain price in a certain area that has no liquidity. And since it's no liquidity, since there's no counterparty for these market buys or market sells, market just basically, I don't know how to say this, teletransports to another price level in which it has a counterparty. Okay. I like the term liquidity gap instead of FBGs, but it's exactly the same. FBG was invented by ICT. Liquidity gap is the real terminology behind the auction market theory. What's altcoin alt season exactly? Where alt season is basically the season in which most of the alts outperform Bitcoin performance. What does that mean? That basically you will see a lot of altcoins flying through the roofs while Bitcoin is not giving the same performance as they do. Why is this? Because for altcoins to go up, Bitcoin needs to go up, or at least range. Okay. But in an alt season, you're going to see Bitcoin dominance going down because you're going to see a lot of investors interest in shifting their holdings from Bitcoin or from Ethereum towards any other altcoins. Okay. Do you only look at charts only or macro as well? I think you said like macro and macro, right? I do both. I intraday trade, and I swing trade, and I invest myself. All of these that I'm showing you guys you can use in every single time frame. It doesn't really matter. That's why these tools are really effective. Awesome, guys. Please let me know if you guys have any other question, or we will call it a day for today. Let me know, guys, if you have any other questions. All right, guys, no more questions. That's good. That's good because it means that you understood everything. So, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. This will be all for today. I hope these tools that I'm sharing with you guys are useful. They are useful for me. They are the edge that I use to trade the markets. Okay, so pretty sure it's going to be helpful for you guys as well. If you guys have any questions about today's stream, let me know. Tag me on the Telegram chat, and I will make sure to answer them. Okay. Can you show us some meme coins? We can do that for next session for sure. What do you want to see meme coins for? Like, do you want me to show the meme coins I'm looking to trade, or do you want me to show just meme coins just for the sake of it? Ready, blamo. Let's go to the daily chart. You mean this gap over here, or or do you mean the 103 gap? I think it's this one over here. This one, you mean? Yeah, it can work as a resistance level for sure. Possibly price is going towards that level as well. And I don't know about you guys, but normally I'm seeing an over and under pattern here. Shifting market structure, price goes up and retests this level, and continuation to the downside. And if that takes place, the weekly chart will not turn bearish, but it will give us a new opportunity to buy at lower prices. For now, Bitcoin is bullish, so look for longs. Are we going to learn everything here, or should we join Premium Gem Hunters? I do recommend joining Premium because you're going to have a lot of more in-depth explanations of what I'm showing here, okay? But definitely, and not only me, but also you're going to get calls every day. You're going to get analysis from all other experts and the crypto space. It's really worth it, man. I love the space and the paid group. Yeah, I like to trade because I don't think there's a way to measure if it's going to pump or dump. Yeah, exactly. Awesome, guys. So yeah, I will call it a day for today. If you guys have any other questions about, or if you want to just discuss about markets with me, just tag me on the chat. We will do it. I would love to discuss with you guys every single day. Let's keep those chats going. All right, guys. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time, guys. Have an amazing week. See you next week.